Oh my god.
He does run way back, and I'm to my awareness, I actually don't know if you can make it back if you are already there.
Oh.
But Evie, are you? Let me know when you start the stream.
I'm ready.
Okay. Last time, you all found yourselves in the town of Driftport, along the Vandella coast, within the continent of Exortia. Following an attack at the capital of the Leviathos Federation, you all joined together, met, and variously took care of yourselves to prepare, finally, to go to the Sanctum of the Eight Realms to meet with all of its members in order to settle how to stop Epis Theolod from returning. You met with an old friend, Jay, along with his mother, and have now traveled across the coast with minimal issue and made it to the island containing the very place that you have seeked. The cerulean coastal waters crest upon the shore of the island. A small stone brick dock built with clear precision aged color sits along the side of the ocean bank. The woods ahead appear to be bright green, vibrant and tropical in nature, yet misty and old in appearance. In the distance, cresting just above the tree brush, sits a Gothic stone tower with rising pillars and sharp, rounded, roofed features. From a distance, the color is hard to make out, but for Vorbor, is quite familiar.
Huh?
It matches the color of the halls witnessed in a dream long ago. It is clear that this is what has been waiting for you all this time. This is the Sanctum of the Eight Realms. I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Oh my
great
god,
start.
fucking 2 years for you to say that line. You waited 2 years for that.
I rolled a 19 for perception.
Okay.
I got 11.
Tell
I
me
got
who beats
29.
15.
I got 29.
What the fuck, Evie?
I got a 23.
God damn it.
So 3 of us beat it.
What is your fucking modifier? Hold
Oh,
up.
wait, fuck, Jay.
I was gonna say, wait, Jay's got to check too.
I guess I'm gonna leave the entrances alone.
Let me see.
Oh, and I'm going to actually never mind. I won't do it. Never mind.
Jay
What are
got
you
a
gonna do?
19. What the fuck?
Wow, look at Jay's really been changed since last last time.
No, he's been learning.
So for those who beat a 15, away down the bank, just a distance from where you are moving to dock, there appears to be water churning, as if something inside of it was whipping the water. However, it doesn't look like a whirlpool, but rather something like folding water, switching between a darkened blue to a bright, clear cerulean shade.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
With my 29, can I see
up
it
to you
in
guys.
the water?
No.
Damn it.
No, you cannot.
God dang it.
It is a perception. You saw what I will say is with a 29,
Ooh.
because it's such a high fucking roll, you do kind of inkle a strange light that emits at the very crest of your vision. It's really far away, so you're unsure exactly what it is. It appears to be blue in nature, but is like a radiant blue.
Okay. I will keep.
Did y'all see that, like, fucking giant spooky tower over there? That's what's pretty. That's just it's just so. Oh, can't stop looking at it. Wouldn't want to look at anything else
Thomas,
and perhaps be aware.
I redirect
No.
your. I forcibly move his head away from the tower over to the other thing.
Do you you watch as you guys dock? The captain begins to basically set up to make sure that Mistel basically like sets up the ship and is like, we're here to dock for a few days, we were told, so we'll be here on the ship in case you need anything.
I'm impressed
Thank you
that
so
the
much
remote
for all of
island
your
has a
help.
dock.
You well, we were as well, honestly, but we were gonna have to figure out something besides laying the ship out in the middle here.
Well, I kind of figured rowboats would have been the first go-to, but I like the dock. It's nice.
It's more convenient, and if you need to run, I assume this is not exactly a safe quest anyways.
Oh, I'm sure it's perfect.
Don't worry
If
about
nothing bad ever happens to us.
No, yeah, I agree.
Okay. So you guys, once you have docked, you are welcome to walk along the bank. If you want to, you could go towards where that light was, or you could make your way through the forest.
I want to go
early?
towards the light.
Are we early? That's something we should ask ourselves. When were we supposed to be here?
You're on time. You made it, I think, right on time.
Okay, so for right on time, we still have to be late. We have we got to keep up our image.
Cats like
Let's
shiny
go.
things, and I would like to go
investigate
towards the light.
Okay, so you guys begin to walk along the coastal bank, and as you step along, you can make
Can I
out.
have my items ready to at the ready?
Sure. What do you just have like a sword out? Is that like?
Yeah, I just have my defender out two-handed.
Okay.
Why are you so tense for, boy? We're on an island. This is practically a fucking vacation.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes.
Remind everybody what might be hunting us.
Which one? There's 7 different things.
I'm gonna go with the fucking Kraken dude.
The Kraken dude's one guy. He's not gonna be making that much fucking water. That's probably fish or something.
So we keep walking towards it.
I mean,
As you guys continue to walk towards it, is there yeah, you have your party with you, so it's
Wait.
all of you plus Jay and Jay's mom.
Oh, fuck,
where's the
Jason.
ship's
I have a
crew?
question.
Yes.
They stayed on the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
The light that you told me I saw is the same thing or the different thing than the water moving?
The same thing. It seems to be coming from it. It could be the source. As you get closer,
Oh.
you start to make out kind of at an angle. You basically have to move into the water a little if you're going to get a better view, but you can see in the distance where the water is churning from.
I refuse to do that.
Okay.
Can we send the
So
fishman
you
in?
guys at this point approach it and you see the water churning. You can see that it's down. If you go down, you can maybe perceive.
Mr. Fishman,
what's
this
going
is
on?
your element. Go, shoot, get it.
That is definitely the water. What am I doing?
Go, do something with it.
That's so helpful.
It's your
I
element.
use
Do it.
shape water to
intelligence.
create a fish, and it floats in the air.
That's not
Okay.
useful. Do something
You said
useful.
do something with it, and I did something.
Okay,
with
do
it.
something useful with it.
Personally, I
Who
think
says that's not
really
useful?
useful.
Why do we need a flying fish made out of water? We already have one fish.
This
Like
one can
the
Why
fly.
do we need a flying fish?
Oh my god.
How far out is the water churning?
It's probably about 90 feet away from
Can I send
where
my-
you're standing on the coast.
Fuck.
Familiar?
Sure. Can it
Yeah,
swim?
make the crab do it.
It's the falcon. Or
Oh.
the hawk, whatever.
Uh,
The flying bird that isn't the owl.
yes. Sure. Are you gonna warg into it? Or are you just gonna have it check things out?
I'm just gonna have it go and check things out and come back if it sees anything.
Okay. So the falcon flies in the air and begins to crest above to look over it. Make me a perception check with the falcon stats.
And a dexterity saving throw.
Tentacle flies out from the water and slaps at it.
And instantly you see Alvandra pop out of the falcon. No,
Out of the falcon?
Alright, wait,
I was
the
the
falcon this whole time?
Go along!
That didn't you know, Alex? I was the falcon the whole time. What do you get?
I'm
Blank.
just looking for the thing, the stat sheet for the hawk to see if there's
Did we pick a different thing for it?
Yeah, hawk. We went from crab to hawk, didn't we?
Yes.
Because the
No,
crab...
yeah, I'm checking. I found the stat sheet. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna have advantage on and have a +2 or +4 to this roll.
Okay. Well, it's +8, so I don't know if we get them. Or it's an 8 in total.
8 in total.
Mhm.
Your bird comes back and just kind of cocks its head at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Interesting.
I feel like... Yeah, that's it. I just feel...
I feel like we should send a fish that can swim into that.
Yeah, you know what? If this is how you want me to die, I guess this is how I'll fucking die.
Oh, I can join you. We can
That
go
too!
swim.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone! I mean, useful. They have partner.
Oh, don't worry, Rashi. You could go too if you could go if you
Excuse
wanted.
me, I didn't volunteer myself.
Do I want to go?
I'm going to. Because with shape water, I can freeze a 5-foot cube of ice. I'm gonna freeze a 5-foot cube of ice, and then freeze another 5-foot cube of ice, and walk across it like fucking Link in Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Pointedly refusing to get into the water.
Good luck.
Roll me a dex check.
Yeah, I don't know how well a fish can walk on it.
Roll me a dex check.
Yes, sorry. Too many characters and I'm in the wrong panel.
You're okay.
Many characters. It's 2. There's just
A
2
whole
characters.
2 characters. Congratulations.
You do 2 characters. 15.
I do a
Negative.
lot more than 2, but yes. No, he's walking on his own. There's no help for this. You walk across the water using these ice things. Ice's buoyancy is weird, so you straight up have to you first are like, I can walk very chillly, and then start to notice it sink, and then realize that if you're gonna look cool, you have to start sprinting like an idiot. So you start sprinting in the water for a bunch.
You can only make another ice cube every 6 seconds.
Oh, never mind. You instantly belly flop into the water the second you start running.
Good job.
And then as you swim closer to the churning, how close do you get?
It's hard to judge distance in water, so I guess I'll swim to the point where I feel like I'm near it.
Okay, as you
I'll say
swim
20
closer, you instantly feel a shift in the current. Roll me a strength saving throw.
Good. Oh, good.
Wait, me as well, or?
Are you getting where he is?
Yeah, I have a ring of water rocking.
Okay. Roll me. Roll me a strength saving throw.
I got an 18. And I didn't mix him up with Jay, and that's what I'm proud of.
Yes.
Can I do the thing?
Do what?
It's a strength check, right?
Yeah, it's a strength saving throw.
Okay, so I got a +5, so I got a 23.
Cool. You both are about to get sucked in, but as you do, you can both resist the current and have no issue floating out of the way. You look, Thomas, as you get sucked in. Normov doesn't, because Normov is literally standing above the water, but you can now see clearly the blue light. Tunis, as you get a closer look, you listen. I have so many NPCs, guys. As you see the light, you realize it's a portal. It appears to be a warp portal to another dimension of water, a darker dimension of water. Okay. Roll me. Does that work? I think it only works on spells.
I have no idea.
Hold on, let me check this. I need to check to see if this works.
A creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Yep, okay, yeah, roll me a DC 19 spell check.
Oh fuck, that's so fucking high.
Wait, can I give
what
him
do
a
I even
back?
add? What's my spellcasting ability?
18,
oh my God.
sorry. Yeah, sure, you can give him a help. How do you help him?
Wait, so can I just confirm that he's trying to close the portal?
Yeah, he's trying to close the portal. You watch as Tunis
What's
immediately
with
raises a
intelligence?
hand.
I got an 18.
God damn. Okay. You
Okay.
watch as the portal shrinks whoosh, and shuts. And suddenly the water churning subsides.
I yell underwater in... Fuck, what's my native language? In whatever my native language is. You fish boy!
Okay.
Primordial.
Primordial. Okay.
And then
You
abyssal.
yell in
just to be sure.
Primordial. Yeah. You look around in the water and don't seem to see anything else significant.
Can I poke around the
But-
sea floor near where the portal was?
Yeah, sure. Make me an Arcana check.
I will cast guidance on myself. Because that's a thing I have, apparently.
Ooh. Ooh.
Random question, is Jay with
You're-
us?
Jay is, I mean, unless he wouldn't come with. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I got a 25.
You look, yeah, you immediately look and go, I just closed a portal to the water plane.
Well, it was illegal for me to go back anyways, so... Anyways.
And you don't know if it's gonna stay closed or not.
What's the
But-
worst that could happen?
But you closed it, which was very impressive.
Yes, I think I deserve a pat on the back for that.
And you float back up, and I assume, do you swim back to bank or anything? That's most of what you
Yeah,
can
no,
do.
I swim
There
back
doesn't
to,
really- Okay.
swim back to shore.
Okay.
I just saved us from a horrible extra-dimensional threat. That's my turn. You guys can all deal with that. I saved us from that one, I'm good.
But if you don't help with
Nice job, buddy.
next
You're
one,
now
then-
even with the rest of the group.
Oh.
So you're good for one.
Fuck.
Got it.
All right, let's get moving into the forest, shall we?
Okay. Do you want to head straight to the sanctum, or do you want to search the island? It is a relatively, in terms of islands, this is a relatively large island. It's not a simply like it's not like the sanctum is there and that's all the island is. Like, there's clearly brush around it that covers a good distance of maybe about like a mile, but you are welcome to also go straight there.
Wrong voice.
You also are welcome to like send people around as you wish. You can do whatever you guys want, obviously.
I think we should probably take a look around the island. What if there's secret wizards hiding? judging by the resounding response to my incredibly intellectual plan, I will assume that you have all designated me the leader, and we shall begin our journey.
How much rope do we have?
What's what?
How much rope do we have?
That's a weird question. I've got
yeah,
like 50
people
feet of
get
rope.
their kit. Yeah, you watch as Jay's mom pulls out another 50 feet of hemp rope.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my head for a second.
Okay.
You are a strange little man.
Does that, Jeff, Evie, any insight also on what you guys want to do?
I don't know.
Both of your opinions are entirely irrelevant as I am now the leader. Let's go.
I'm just grumbling under my
Jack.
breath that Tunis came back from the water.
Okay. Fucking hell. Tunis, who's helped you this entire time. I
can still
want
be
you
bitter.
guys to roll an investigation check for whoever is searching. And then tell me if you guys are looking for anything specific.
Can I look for obvious entry points onto the island?
Yes. Roll me an investigation check.
Can I look for
Uh,
places that have been trenched
I
at
got a
least
nat
a few
20.
times?
have been what?
Like walk through a few times? Like there's obvious paths that
Okay.
are, like hidden, you know?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that have been walked obvious amounts of times. Okay. And then, Vorbor, are you looking for anything specific?
Barber?
I'm trying to think. I guess I'm looking for like any potential points that would be like weak points.
Weak points? Okay. As in, what do you mean by weak points, though? As in, like...
Like easily like secretive spots that people could be hiding.
Okay. And then, Tunis and Jay, is there anything you guys are looking for?
Well, as the leader, I'm absolutely focused on making sure everything goes smoothly.
Okay, what is Tunis doing?
I think Tanis is just picking up balls of water about snowball sized and then just whipping them really badly at Arashi.
The balls of water keep missing. It's really disturbing how badly you're throwing these. Not only because control water is not an attack ability, so it couldn't
Can I
even
use
really work that way.
catapult to help him?
Oh my god, don't.
Okay, as you use catapult, okay, sure, you have
I
to
was just
roll
fucking around.
for those balls of water, but actually, no, you rolled a nat 20. You're too focused. No, you don't. Okay, so we're gonna start with the lower rolls. So, Jeff, what'd you get?
Was I really invested? Oh, I just rolled a natural 20.
Fine. Ruin my plan.
27. It was an
Y'all need to
investigation by
fucking
chance.
retire these dice.
It doesn't matter. You rolled a nat 20. You get everything. Okay.
I mean,
Guys, you can't be wasting this. We could get into combat. We're gonna roll shit in combat.
As you guys begin to search the forest, it takes you a few hours because you have to cover the whole breadth of the island. For some reason, Jay is making you exhaustively walk around, which somehow makes you guys really focused. Weirdly, having Jay be the leader is actually kind of working out for you guys.
Look at that rock. Double check the rock.
Rashi, so just to double check, you were looking for footprints. You don't find any clear signs of footprints currently on the island. Most of it seems to have been weathered down by tropical weather. There also appears to not be any evident signs actually of extraneous life on the island, which is very interesting.
I was more looking for like pathways, because obviously if like people have
Pathways.
walked a lot, it'll leave like less grass, you know. So and like
Okay.
trees parted or like like branches cut down just so it's like an easy pathway through?
No,
looking
for
for
sure. But you see that the line that directs you towards the sanctum, you can see there are where the dock is to there is the clearest path made. It is still coated in trees and brush, but it appears to be partially bent and modified so that way people can walk through. However, it's unclear of how recently that was done.
Okay.
I'd say with a 17, that's what you get.
Got it.
Now for... Okay. So, Normov, you were looking for entries onto the island.
Yeah.
Using yourself as well as your hawk, you're able to perceive the whole breadth of the island quite well. You see the main entry point for ship is probably going to be the dock you guys went to in terms of getting onto the island and being able to get off of it fast. So if you need a quick getaway, that dock's going to be your best bet. However, the island doesn't appear to be surrounded by strong rock residue, so ships can technically park around it relatively safe.
Okay.
Around the island. However, it is notable that this island is has a long breadth, essentially, of shallow water. So it's likely that the ships will have to be parked relatively far away, if that makes sense.
Right. Are there any signs that anyone's been here recently besides us?
With a nat 20, you see, as you begin to travel along, a green sphere in the middle of brush, approximately 10 feet in radius, protruding and clearly emanating arcane energy. Just kind of sitting in the middle of a forest, part of the forest.
Can I? How far away from it? How far away from it? How far away am I from everyone?
You are approximately 30 feet away from it. So as you guys are walking through the forest, you watch as Normov stops for a second and looks over to see this green sphere.
Hey guys.
Oh my, a green orb.
I can tell you it's magical.
Does that look what I think it is, guys?
I mean, it kind of looks like a green orb.
I really didn't pay attention in school, remember?
What do we want to do?
I can punch it.
Step 1 is throw a rock at it. As the leader, I decree a rock shall be thrown!
Instead of a rock, can I throw a fireball?
Oh my, wait.
Okay.
Tell me exactly what just happened. Did you say you throw a fireball?
I said I'd prefer that we threw a fireball, but I think Jay already did it.
Okay, so Jay throws a rock.
Oh, no, I wasn't throwing a rock. I was
Okay.
decreeing that a rock shall be thrown. As the leader, I don't have to actually do anything, I just decree. One of you has to throw a rock.
I'm down to throw a rock.
Hunnis will pick up a rock and just throw it terribly.
I don't even need a roll, just
me
throws it
a
terribly.
d20 plus your strength.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I actually know what it is?
Yeah, sure, make me an Arcana check.
I got
Cool.
11.
The rock immediately hits the ground. You, like a bad bowling ball roll, you just,
I got a 20
it just
total.
goes with your arm and hits the ground.
Can I try
22?
also throwing it?
20
You
total.
see Liamon's tiny hut.
Hey, there
More
are people.
rocks.
It's a hut inside.
More rocks.
People are either living inside or can go inside, right?
Can I still throw a rock?
You guys, as you begin to throw rocks, you hear a loud. What the fuck? And then you see out of the like pure green sphere, just a head pops out. Huh?
Can I throw the rock?
Yeah, sure. Roll me a d20 plus your strength.
7. Fuck.
Cool. The rock doesn't actually, you realize, just hits like the back of Tunis's head.
Yes! When I lose, I win!
Which one of you fuckers?
Like, you need to ask.
Is the door open?
There's no door. The orb bursts as suddenly, not even bursts, it just disappears as you see an elvish man wearing common clothes and a brown, haggard satchel appears before you. He has messy, dirty blonde hair and emerald eyes. Weirdly, his skin is incredibly pale, even though he probably has been out in like this tropical climate and extremely hot sun. Hi. Who
Hello.
are you?
Can I ask about
Better
this?
question.
Can
Who
you
are
see
you?
he like reaches for his pocket? I asked you first.
Well then, I am Tunis.
Hi, Tunis. Do you know Alundi?
Who?
Yes.
Yeah, illusion.
Which one of you is Vorbor?
Oh.
I raised my hand.
Okay. Hi. My name is Tro.
Like, throw? Sorry.
Somebody said throw! Get the rocks!
Can I throw another rock?
As you guys as you watch as all of you start to grab rocks, he goes, wait, whoa, no rocks, please. Hi, I'm... Okay, why are you here before I continue?
Well, we were
told to meet
investigating
here
the
by
island. Oh,
Maybe we shouldn't tell him in case he's actually not with the Lundy.
Wait, how do you know about us, but you don't know why we're here?
I'm just checking to see if you're actually the people I was told you are.
But how are we supposed to check if you're the person that we need to find?
I feel like a Lundy needs to be here for this conversation.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do we know you're safe?
He reaches his hand out and goes, my name is Trobusil. I am the master of abjuration. And then you see a fine arcane shield begin to circle his body.
Someone with magic, tell me if that's good or not.
I'm not sure if that's him because you see I can do that too, and I'll use silent image to replicate.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. What's your AC?
It's fucking pathetic is what my AC is. 12.
Hold on. You watch as he lifts a finger and then a rock just goes through your shield.
Can I identify his shield?
So I don't think identify works that way, but I'll allow it. You see that he is using a projected ward, a shield that, or sorry, a arcane ward that basically protects him. It's similar to the color is different. His appears to be a nice shade of blue, while Elvandra's was a different color. But you remember that she had a similar shield up before when she was using abjuration magic.
Can I tell if it's strong?
Yes. You can see it's very well practiced.
Okay. Okay.
He doesn't even really, he barely does hand signals for it. It just kind of appears.
In my defense, mine wasn't done charging up yet.
Now, I showed you mine. Tell me why you're here.
Well, we're specifically here because we were investigating the island for suspicious wizards before we actually went towards the tower.
Okay. Do you want to walk to the tower with me?
Are we done looking for suspicious wizards?
Isn't this
Have
guy's
we
kind of
searched?
suspicious wizard?
As
I'd
far as
argue
I'm
they're
aware, no
rather-
one's been on the island since I arrived a day ago.
And you check for like magic circles or anything of that sort, which would allow people to teleport here?
Yes. The only one who really would even know how to be able to conjure it here is Lamore. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't heard of her coming. At least not yet.
Oh, they should be.
Oh, so you did end up talking with them. I don't know how you got the urchins to come out here, but good work.
I'm starting
Maybe
to see
you don't
why
call
you're
them
lovely
like
people.
each other.
He kind of smiles and then walks closer. Is it okay if I approach you guys?
I mean, considering you called those two urchins, I'd say no.
Can I have my hand on my dagger?
I
Yeah.
think we should all chill out.
I think no, I get it. I get it, really. What will it take for me to prove to you guys that I am who I say I am?
Guys, I think he's who he says he is. I wouldn't have been this
I mean,
dedicated to putting up a
I
facade
agree
like
with
this.
that.
I wouldn't have
I
tried.
could describe to you what my room looked like. I could describe to you the member of the realm that I replaced. I could
Yeah, like
describe
1,000
to
years
you.
ago. That's super helpful.
Because we were all there, right? We all know.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
less than a century ago.
We were the ones who were clapping.
Okay.
Yes, it's fine. Just let's all. Can we go inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
He begins to walk with you. At a distance, I guess. How do you guys walk with this guy? He is an elven. This elven man is like with his dirty hair is like walking. You see, Alex kind of like peeps and looks at him. Oh. Yeah, and Alex kind of goes, I think it's actually him, Vorbor.
I
I
think so.
second
Are you
Alex.
going to give up on your trust issues that easily?
It's not that we have trust issues.
As you guys are walking, Tro begins to kind of talk. He moves over to Vorbor and is just like, I was going to say, I would never have expected everyone to get together like this, so impressive work.
I don't think that anybody expected this to happen, and I'm not sure I did truly either.
Before I came here, I was helping over at the border of Draconisignal and Orcrest, helping with pilgrimages. Civilians
Oh.
caught in the crossfire of that attack from the Leviathas Federation, if you remember.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
I heard there was a ceasefire, actually. That's
There's a ceasefire.
There was
We
a
were the
ceasefire.
ones that did it, Normov.
Wasn't
In the
there
middle
a
of the
dead
attack?
king?
I thought there wasn't a ceasefire. I thought the king just died.
No, there was a
I
ceasefire
was even more
because
surprised
of
to
this
hear about
going
the-
on.
That was when Alundi approached me. I was very surprised to hear from him about the king's death.
Wow, he waited
did
a
he
long
approach you?
time to get started on gathering the Infinity Wizards.
He really did.
That was supposed to be in Jay's voice.
Well, I will say, relative to that event, it had been a month. It had been straight up like it had been like less than a month since he had talked to you guys last.
It felt like a year.
I know because it had been a year. Anyways, it definitely, yeah, it did feel like a long time. I was actually pretty hesitant initially. Alundi's a paranoid sort, you know?
Wait, no.
I was kind of the one that was the paranoid sort. I've actually seen this place before.
Really?
Never been
Well,
here,
I
but
think
I've seen it.
In a dream, right?
Yep.
What did you see in the dream? Alendi told me a bit that you had a dream that revealed Epis to be trying to return, and then all of some
Hey, maybe
wizard's
we get some
moves.
proof from other people before we spill literally everything.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna hold on to the details of it for right now.
Did I get the banner out?
When I say I understand keeping up the defense, perfectly okay.
Ha, that's funny because you're abjuration. Ha,
Can I
ha.
try to punch him?
My
Like, not
job.
as like an attack, but like as like a just like punch on the shoulder to see if his shield's still up.
As you try and punch him, the shield goes over his arm, and he goes, "Close one."
I just wanted to check.
I want to say thank you for telling us about this, though. I was the last wizard Epis inducted.
Oh, you took.
I remember him at his worst.
That makes sense.
You see he shifts his satchel over himself, kind of like crosswise, and then begins to start walking with you guys. Anything you guys talk about along the way, or would we like to jump cut?
Really have anything to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know.
A thing?
I thought there was... Wait, he's the guy who does the effects on other items, or no? Not... I'm explaining this badly.
Can put protections. I can put protections. I can put wardings. I can put glyphs. I'm not
Help with the gun.
a what?
I show him the pistol. Check.
Oh. I don't know what this is.
Imagine a crossbow, but it shoots like 200 meters per second.
Oh, I see. You have a controlled chamber that with enough pressure allows for an object to be lodged really fast.
Yes.
Can I make an intelligence check to try to like make this sound super, like to make it sound like I'm super smart for a second?
Yeah, sure. What do you say?
That's a 19 intelligence.
Cool.
So
You what do you say?
I
As
go on
an
to
intel-
explain like the entire science of black powder.
I
The entire
I wasn't
was black
aware.
powder through sensitive.
I mean, I don't want to. I'm kind of surprised that you guys know so much about combustion.
Can I point out my
that's-
face in all my clothes?
He looks at you, Vorbor,
We
and
can pick up a thing or two.
you see him look at you, Vorbor, incredibly impressed. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Wow, Vorbor, I'm impressed with everything you keep telling me."
Well, when you hang around this guy, you kind of are forced to learn about combustion, otherwise you become combusted. Looking at
Oh
Normal.
yeah, I smell that. Oh god, that's explosions if I've ever smelled one. All right, let's keep walking. Okay. As you guys approach, vines and leaves clasp upon the sides of the gigantic structure. From above, you imagine the structure of an octagon with a converging center that must extend hundreds of feet in all directions. The interior appears grandiose from a distance, with iconography of days past. As you approach, the structure appears to be Gothic, gigantic. Just from your view, you can see at the top of each are battlements, stone-worked cannons that appear to now be partially disassembled, walls with runes across each, and then toothed edges at any ridge that could be potentially climbed. Welcome to home sweet home. Tro says.
Oh.
Okay, then.
How far up is the place that can be climbed?
You look and the walls appear to be a solid 50 feet tall.
Fun.
You guys do you want to walk around? Or we can sit down and wait for the rest of the others to arrive. They should be here soon. They don't have to travel by boat.
Is this the place that I recognize, or is it a different place?
It's not the same room, but the material and color is the same.
Okay.
The same white, but none of the rooms appear familiar.
Okay.
I guess we
What do you
wait.
guys say though? Are you gonna walk around and look at the place? What's the vibe?
Oh, what's his name again?
Tro. T-R-O.
Pro. Okay.
Tro Busil.
Can Tro describe glyph onto the bullets?
Oh my fucking god.
Can I what?
Could you inscribe a glyph onto these bullets?
I
And then if I were
could-
to shoot it, could we get it to explode?
I need to check. Really quick.
Can I climb the tower?
Yeah. He says, I can only... the glyphs I can cast are limited in certain ways. I can't enchant your bullets, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay. Math wise.
I could. It would take me some time. And money, which we don't have here.
I glance at Arashi.
What?
Money.
No.
I won't try and steal from you anymore.
I wish you would try to steal from me again.
Okay.
Here's what I can do. If you want a basic... How many bullets would I be enchanting?
Just like 2. At most.
Oh. I can do that. It'll cost you 100 gold.
Okay.
Chink. He takes it. I'll get these enchanted.
Alright. Explosive runes, right? That's the thing?
So there's not explosive runes in this fucking game, but I'm gonna give you enchanted +1
Wait.
bullets.
On Glyph of Warding it says... Or my...
Glyph of Warding does not work for this. He
Okay.
can't use Glyph of Warding for this spell. If he uses
Right,
Glyph
'cause
of
it-
Warding, the
Yeah.
bullet will explode 10 feet. It has to be an object that can close. It can't be just like any thing.
Oh, it doesn't specify that it has to be an object when it closes.
Well, because it says here. Sorry, guys. Here we're doing spell logistics, everybody.
I love spell logistics.
Oh, it's either upon a surface or with an object that can be closed. Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, it doesn't specify like what surface, but it doesn't seem to be like, oh, I can just draw this on anything. I can't. Yeah, like he needs a workable surface he can do this on.
Yeah.
And the second it moves more than 10 feet, which means 10 feet from where you shoot your gun, is where the effect would even go.
Right.
and the glyph would not work when it moves that 10 feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was thinking shooting at close quarters because I have other ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Let's
anyone else
see.
doing anything?
I'm just gonna watch the cat trying to climb the fucking walls that are designed to not be climbed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I can just look around the area.
I'm
Okay.
also going
Anyone
to
who wants
collect.
to look around, make me investigation check. Is there anywhere in particular you're looking? I'll show
Not
you.
really.
Let me pull up an image so I can show you kind of what it looks like you guys are in. Can you guys see this?
yep.
1 second.
Oh, by the way.
I spent a total of 10 minutes making this.
I mean,
very,
it works.
very bare bones.
I'm
rendition.
looking more towards the illusion.
The illusion space. Okay.
And I rolled
As-
a 16.
You rolled a 16. Okay. As you guys are walking along, you see across the walls images retelling history. There's grandiose iconography. The walls appear to show the dawn of Disper, the world itself, forming within the material plane, the formation of the external planes that mirror and helped form it, the formation of arcane life during the era of Corum, the elemental giants ruling during the era of Elementus, the rise of humanoid life during the era of Vitfall, the fall of empires formed during the century of false gods, the expansive arcanist empires formed during the era of humanoid reconstruction, also known as the Recovery, and the terrifying convergence. Of all eras, there is mostly iconography displaying the achievements from the Recovery, spanning entire halls of giant floating arcane cities, of great battlements and arcane constructs, grandiose spells. As you walk towards the space of illusion, you open and see a empty stone space. Just a square, empty box. It's strange. The interior of this entire building, it has nothing in it at all.
Wait, we haven't noticed any objects at all.
No. The iconography is there, but everything else is cleaned out.
Can I go check the Epis room?
Sure. You walk down the hallway and find the door opens, and you step in to see basically like a hallway that leads to 3 different doors. One to the left, one to the right, and one center.
I'm gonna just stop and wait here.
Okay.
Actually,
Anything that else you guys would like to do?
I think I'm good.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Rocks, actually. I need at least 3
As
rocks.
you pick up pebbles off of the floor that you find and chuck them. Outside, you can see around there appears to be overgrowth, essentially. So, like, through obviously like these various slits, like in these hallways, there are sections that you can like look out on the interior of the building. You guys hear suddenly, about I'd say 30 minutes later, whoosh, whoosh, and you turn to see the forms of a small, darkened, hooded Kenku, and a christened, battle-armored, angelic woman.
Lord, gasp!
Hello, Vorbor. How do you do?
Oh, it's good to see a familiar face.
As you both, Lemore, grins, before turning and gasp, nods, and you see Tro go, hello again, and you see them just kind of look and nod to acknowledge him, and he goes, fair. It's been a while, I know. As he stands there and says, do you know when the others are arriving? You see Lemore go, we only heard from Alundi that we were all meeting here. You hear footsteps in the distance. As
Those are loud footsteps.
a well-adorned... These are stone halls. Sound travels.
Oh.
As a well-adorned, purple-suited man with red skin and horns and hooved feet and a tail approaches. You see refined purple fitted suit along with basically 2 Arcanist patch satchels built into the both sides of his hips. Oh, hello everybody. How do you do? Oh, this must be the individuals Alundi meant. And you watch as Lemore rolls her eyes. And Tro just kind of cocks his head a little and goes, hi, Balrung, how are you doing? You watch as he turns to you and says, I must not have been introduced. Hello! And you see him take a hand to shake yours, Vorbor.
I shake it.
As he shakes your hand very firmly, he grins eagerly. Make me... No, don't. That would be funny. He says, have you ever heard the joke? You want a joke?
Oh, Vorbor loves jokes.
Vorbor does love jokes.
Yeah, fuck all of you. What's the joke?
What did the Dragonborn say to the Dragon King?
Nothing.
No. He scaled a castle and horned up a crown. And you watch. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm done.
DC,
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
17.
Oh, what do I
What
have
did
to beat?
Can I use
roll-
my
just
hawk to
make-
distract
make
him?
Make a wisdom
I
saving
rolled
throw.
18.
Damn it. He watches as
Wait,
normally
Daniel,
people
can
find
I
that
use my
funny.
hawk to give him disadvantage?
Sure. You have disadvantage. Roll again, Jeff.
19, bitch.
Okay. You just kind of stand there. Do you actually find it funny?
No, not really.
He
Like,
says,
it's like one of those things where I'm like, that's kind of funny, but that's not enough to make me really laugh.
well, most people find that funny anyways. And you, my fine fishy friend, how do you do?
Oh.
He puts his
I'm
hand out to
doing
you.
fantastically. How are you?
Good. I must say, I do like your hat. And your robe as
Oh.
well.
Oh, thank you. I was about to say the same thing. I love your outfit.
Would you want to trade?
Oh, definitely.
You watch as he goes with you and says, well, we'll have to trade soon enough. I would love to see how I look in that robe. And then he turns over to Evie. A feline friend. It's rare I see your kind.
I fucking love this guy.
Hello.
How do you do?
You're kind of
He
annoying.
puts his hand
me.
out to shake yours. Oh, let's not be like that. Come now. Come and just shake my hand. It's no issue. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I get advantage in this, right? Hold on. I think I have something that gives me advantage.
We'll double check real quick first.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
He's casting suggestion on you.
I figured. Did I write it down? Hold on, I'm looking this up. Level... road.
I walk over a little more, by the way, and I nudge her and just go. I whisper just quietly.
Oh wait,
So
no,
what's
I
his thing?
got. Hold on, I got buff and wisdom saves. I don't got an advantage, so it's just a straight roll. Got it.
Okay.
24.
You watch as you don't shake his hand and he goes, fine, if you don't want to. You watch as Lamore goes, he's a people nut.
Good thing I'm not people.
Master of enchantment.
Okay.
Balrung, Stirrung. And then he turns and says, well, hello there, my orcish friend. Wow, big you are.
Oh, God.
Yes. You are relatively mid-sized.
I'll say, normally I would consider myself tall. 5'11" is quite a height, but look at you. All block and cinder. And he knocks on your chest. And he's like, quite a rock right there. Could call you the boulder.
Ooh, that's a good one. Would you like a rock?
Certainly. What rock do you have?
This one, and I'm gonna throw it at him.
I see it coming. I literally I overheard that one sentence. I saw it coming, and I'm just like, I'm just not going to do anything about
Roll.
this.
Are you actually trying to hit him with the rock?
No, just like gently near his head.
He's gonna... Let's see. Oh. Nope. There we go. He ducks his head down out of the way, and he starts laughing hysterically.
That was a test of your reaction speed, and I must say, you're doing quite well.
Thank you. He like wipes a tear from his eye. Oh, you're a funny man. And he then turns and looks to Alex. Oh, so interesting, you. I can see in your eyes something dark, something you don't want to say. Balrung, how do you do? And you see Alex goes, Alexander Driscoll. Alex! And he furiously shakes Alex's hand. Great to meet you. Great to meet you all. Well, this has been a wonderful arrangement. Well, I hope the others will arrive soon. I heard the news from Alundi that we're getting the gang back together, and I must say I'm quite excited to see all the family.
For all of our sakes, I hope they're here really soon.
Dude, we're getting the band back together.
Speaking of which, Thomas, mind if we change in the other room?
Oh, of course.
Okay, do you actually go exchange outfits?
Fuck. Yeah, fuck it, I'll commit.
Okay. You
How long?
So do you give him the robe?
Oh, I thought he wanted the suit.
No, he wants the robe. You're wearing the robe. He mentioned the robe.
I'm not entirely sure about this, thinking about it. I'd be happy to trade suits. But I must say, I find yours absolutely
I promise. He puts his hand together. I promise. I just want to take it for a test drive. I'll return it just in a jiff. I promise.
I've only taken it for one. I've only taken it for one test ride myself, and quite frankly, I nearly got eaten by a dragon. So I'm a little concerned about damage to property. And
you promise? Come now. A visit to a dragon and you're alive? Quite a fun trip, if I mind you. Please, for just a little second.
I'm simply worried about one of the other places it could take you.
Where would it take me?
Somewhere that would leave your mind a little different than it started.
Oh, I would hope so.
Less in, like, the expansion of knowledge way,
Roll
more
wisdom
in the warping. Oh, wisdom save. Oh, fuck that!
No. He has like a -2, doesn't he?
Huh?
He has like a -2 to that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I probably do. I don't know. I've got
I actually
+1.
need to check something. I realized.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, how many spell slots does this man have?
A lot. He's a wizard.
I got a 3.
Oh god.
Oh.
I actually need to check something because I might have already.
Fighting without anything.
Okay.
Oh, I read the wrong character. I might have had worse.
You trade. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. Double check before I say this.
It was a 7. No,
Okay.
6.
You trade the outfit with him, and he puts on the Cloak of Stars. See, look at it. I look fantastic. The red and blue.
I must say, it does suit you.
And see, nothing going wrong. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Well, would you like to show your friends?
I don't know. I feel like this outfit kind of clashes with my skin looking at it.
What are you talking about? The purple, the blue, even the dark cerulean color of your fins? I think it is perfect.
Oh, you flatter me.
I say the truth, my friend. I say the truth as he pokes your chest.
You damaged my poor AC. I just lost 2 AC because I lost the fucking cloak.
Oh yeah, doesn't this damage your...
My poor AC. Well.
Are you at 10 AC now?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, did it give you a +1 to AC?
I'm pretty sure it does.
No, it
Unless
just
I'm
gives you a +1
getting
to
my items
saving
mixed up.
throws. I think it gives
Oh,
you
it's
just a
just
+1 to
saving
saving throws. Your AC is so
Never
bad.
mind. I'm even more able to be cast on suggestions.
Right. Well, come on out. So you both step out. As you guys are standing there, while that scene is happening, you see whoosh, River appear. Well, hello there, everybody. How do you do?
River, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see
Well,
you as
man.
well. It has been a long time. The political machinations have been quite intense. However, I appreciated your visit to Dracona Signal Vorborg.
Glad it all worked out. in the end.
I think more than you know. The health of the kingdom has been better in recent times compared to when you first visited, so I hope you'll return one day to actually see it in its true draconian glory.
Well, maybe once all this is settled, I can go hang out there for a little bit.
Speaking of which, do we all know what we are planning on doing? You guys watch as you suddenly hear the noise of fireworks outside.
Did I hear them as well?
Yeah, you all hear it.
I'll make. Would it be investigation or intelligence to know if it's
It would-
like? Yeah, fuck it. I have to go check that out. I guess it's investigation, isn't it?
Okay, roll. Well, make a perception check, actually.
Okay. 16.
You guys see a silly-haired little gnomish man.
God,
With
another one.
moss covering part of his hair, and a nice little brown cloak. As he goes, "Oh, good afternoon! How do you do, friends?"
What were all those loud bangs?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to get someone's attention, hoping someone would be around. I didn't want to have to walk around too much. And you see him walk up the stairs into the room, into the hall.
It's another tiny blow-up man. I'm just done.
So I'm at the bottom of the stairs. He's walked past me already, correct?
Yeah, he would have walked past you if you were hanging out at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I literally just say out loud, Christ, does everybody not realize that people have been trying to murder us for months? And then I turn around and walk back up the stairs.
As you walk back up the stairs, he goes, "There's no worry indeed. I haven't seen danger in a long time. I doubt that they'll be coming at this moment."
Is there any wood near me? Is there any wood at all?
Yeah, there's wood everywhere. Inside the building,
knocking, I'm running outside and I'm knocking on wood.
Is there superstitions
As he approaches and gives Lemore and Gasp a big hug. And Lemore bends down to this gnomish man and goes, "Senef, it's good to see you. These are the people that gathered us. Well, it's a wonderful time to meet you all. I'm Senef. I happen to be the master of evocation, although I'm quite out of practice. Trying to test out the old arcanist skills, if you will. That's partially part of the noise. I apologize for the scare, though. I've been in the mountains for some time. It's been a long time since I've seen people."
Am I still in the other room?
You, at this point, you hear the loud bangs, and I'm assuming you walk out. At least you watch as Balrog goes, "Oh, that must be Senef," and he runs outside.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice Tanis and him change clothes?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to. You walk out, you look at them, and you see they've clearly changed outfits.
Do I notice that he has the cloak of, like, the
Yes,
cloak?
yes, you do.
Tanis, what the fuck did you do?
What can I say? He's a very persuasive man.
See, I think I'm quite the character you would like if you weren't so standoffish, my friend.
Please give him the cloak back. He already doesn't have enough.
I will. Just after I take
ability
it
to
for
deal
a quick
damage to
test
people.
drive, I should be ready in approximately... I'll say a few minutes once this settles. Oh, it's done, and you watch as he teleports away.
I am going to give him the best fucking dream tonight. I just want you all to know.
And he appears again. Oh, and he shakes himself. Oh, that was Oh, so cool. Did you see that land? Silver, mixy, beautiful stars. How could you not be there all the time?
Existential danger.
I don't know what you're talking about. Come now. Anyways, and he takes off the cloak and hands it back to you. Thank you for the wonderful experience.
No problem. Do you want your
Thank you for
clothes
giving
back?
back the cloak.
I mean, you look quite good in them.
I do.
Can I make an investigation check on that armor?
Yeah,
Isn't
on
it
what he's
clothes?
wearing.
Yeah, it's a 14. On what Tunis is wearing to see if it's like
Oh, what Tunis is
just like essentially to see like is it better or worse than his previous like for in terms of armor.
It's
I was
the
wearing
same.
a suit before, and I'm wearing a suit now.
Yeah, Tunis.
Okay.
Yeah, Tunis AC has not improved nor gotten worse
Okay.
in the
And I
process
guess
of this.
does my 14 also include like looking for any like magical properties in it?
You can see that the actual suit was not made for magic. It appears to be a
Okay.
well-tailored suit.
Okay. Cool.
Which is absurdly too long because Tunis is 5'6".
Yeah, you do look kind of like a 12-year-old wearing a schmuck, but like it looks it's still, the colors do work.
Hey Tunis, can I
Um,
see your sleeves for a second?
Oh, these ones?
Yeah. What length do you say you want them at?
I'm gonna take 3 steps back from Vorbo before he cuts my fucking arm off. Sorry,
It's just
I
a little
don't
I'm
do-
just gonna cut right
I
where
don't
you
trust
want
mobile
it. I just need-
tailoring. We have to go back to the hat shop. I don't trust this.
Vorbor. If you wanted a well-tailored suit, you have to go and get it. I want to explore outfits with my friend Tunis. Tunis is my friend now.
Yes, of course. You're my friend.
What good fun. Right. Well,
You know, speaking of friends, Tunis, have you talked to your other one recently?
Very cool, Vorbo. Shall we just start throwing everybody's shit around?
Well, no. Did
And hide
you
that
were going to
recently?
do that on the ship?
oh, do you have a secret friend? I have
He's a
lots of
secret
those. I totally
admirer.
understand. Listen, we can keep it on the down low, but as a friend, you would tell me, right?
Oh, of course, but later.
Later. Okay.
I whisper in his ear that it's a secret admirer.
Oh my gosh! Oh, well, I can imagine this fish man can't keep any of them off of his head.
And I would just walk back to Limor looking smug as
Later,
shit.
we can talk about Blue Boy's daddy.
Oh, does he have daddy issues? That's so sweet. I understand.
See, the funny thing is that it doesn't matter to me at this point. I'm like, I'm chilling.
You're like, wow, traumatic history, abandoned childhood resolved. Anyways, you all, as you are standing there, watch as whoosh, Alundi appears, and right behind him, whoosh, Tolnak appears. They
were
appear
the entire time.
to be standing and looking away from each other before sighing and looking at you guys as Alundi looks and says, "Hello, everybody. It appears we all have gathered."
Why were we necessary again? Forgive me, I wasn't very clued in on the whole quest. I kind of just got drafted.
Right. Let's all talk in the main hall. And you see he walks towards Epis's room. You
Do
watch.
I hear them walking towards me?
Yeah.
Right, you haven't been here.
Yeah.
Can I
He's
yell
been in
at them,
that-
don't
he's
come
been
in?
just- What? Why?
Y-
No, Mom? What are you doing in there?
Setting traps. In case.
No, Norma, what have you set up in there?
Well, there's a few flamethrower kind of things.
Norma, take down the traps.
I literally say out loud, Christ, we traded an old man wizard for a guy who's a lunatic.
You watch
And
as
I
does
mean-
Lamore gasp, like, laugh at that or chuckle at that?
Lamore and Gasp kind of like look at you quizzically because remember how dramatically the death happened?
Yep, nope,
Oh,
I remember.
You're talking about a friend that got fucking executed.
It was like we straight up executed this dude and you're making jokes about him. That is rough.
Everybody processes grief differently.
You watch as
Well, let's think
Lamore-
about this. Warboard hasn't really ever been presented with the true idea of like burials or death or any of that sort.
That's true. Lamore
Outside of
was
Will,
like,
that's the
"Okay."
only thing he's aware of.
And then Gasp just kind of shakes her head.
Can I tell if they're smiling or not?
You see Lamore is kind of like looks at you like not upset, but just kind of like, okay, okay, dude.
Like, did you
Like,
really just make that joke?
did you just make that joke, dude? And you see a Lundy kind of look quizzically, and all the others just confused, except for River, who does chuckle a little.
I basically.
So you kind of see a trend as Tro appears to kind of buddy up with Sanif, the gnomish person,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kind of seem to be chatting. You watch as Sanif is like, and I must say, the forest land is quite fun out there. Everyone's so nice and wonderful. And you see Tro continues to go, okay, that's nice to hear. I've traveled around those mountains, especially while I was helping the villages over near Twin Peaks try and travel safely across the border. So you see they soon be talking kind of about their adventures. You see Lamore and Gasp kind of are sitting close to each other, or standing close to each other. River and Tolmok are eyeing each other while their arms are crossed, looking away. And River
Can
is
I go
sitting,
up to
is
them?
standing next to Alunda. Yeah, sure.
I go up to them, I put both my arms around them, and I'm like, let's remember that right now we're not enemies.
They both go at the same time. Right. right. You kind of see them both look at each other and nod.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Okay. How long does it take Normob to unset up the traps?
Oh, he doesn't need to unset them up. He would have like a lever to just like turn them off.
You
for a bit,
guys
turn them on.
open. Okay. What do they see when they open the door?
About 8 different devices on the ground moving around, and then a setup of wires connected to the devices across the room with the immovable arrow in the middle. The water bag on one end with another bag with the other bag of holding on the other end, ready to like bounce into each other. And if the bounce into each other doesn't work, there's a thing prepared to like set fire to both the bags, so that 300 pounds of water just show up on the floor.
He looks at you and goes, Normov, I'm gonna tell you.
This is probably useless, I know. But we also had Alondra show up randomly in a place where she should not have been able to just show up. So
No, actually, it's fine. But I'll warn you, you won't be here to flick this lever.
the lever's just an arm, so you just flick it after you leave the room.
Okay? You,
You were about to say you flipped the lever in the showing.
and everyone dies. The story is... The end, Epis wins. Have fun.
It'd be a pretty bad trap. room
Evander
to
shows
kill
up,
the person.
and all of you are going to meet my wrath. What the fuck happened here?
Elantra's standing there being like, Well, this makes everything a lot easier. Just being like, everybody? Literally everybody? All at once?
This is all it took?
I could have just left them with this guy and it would have worked out fine. Okay. You all enter, and you watch as he goes and opens the middle door and slides it open, and you see another empty room. However, he quickly throws a ball of light up, and you see in the same hexagon formation 9 chairs, 1 in the center and 8 surrounding.
Does this look like my dream?
This room, while older and mossier, looks very close to the room in your dream.
I look at a Lundy and just nod, like, I look at it, nod my head, and just kind of like, as in, like, this is it.
Right. Everyone take a seat. You
So,
watch as
where should
all of
we
the members
stand?
take a seat, and then he goes, best you can, everyone sit and surround the chair in the middle.
I cast levitate on myself to sit above.
You
Like,
all
are we saying,
surround-
like, swords drawn? Like, what are we talking?
Don't draw your swords next. You'll see. We're going to enter the sanctum.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Can I be on the wall for this?
No, you have to be in the middle or else you will not come with us.
Okay.
Is this just a
So-
giant transportation circle?
You watch as they nod.
A question. Can this... Once this is open, does that mean that it's open until we leave?
No. This is a only way to enter it.
I
But
assume
only-
we enter, and then anyone else who wants to come into the sanctum can also enter by doing the exact same process. And we wouldn't be able
We
to
are
stop
the
it because-
only ones who would know how to enter.
And I...
Wouldn't Deathus
do
know how to
a-
enter, and then wouldn't he be able to give that information to anyone else?
Yes.
So
Can I make
you're not the only.
a perception check around the room to see if there's anything, like, Arcana related, or anything that looks like it'd be spying on anybody?
Make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna
That's a
go
natural
back and
one.
Arm the trap room.
Nobody
and then come
can.
back.
Epis can teach people how to try and get in, but they won't be able to. The only way to get in is if you're either let in or that we all open the door to let ourselves in. Does that make sense?
But you are opening the doors.
They close instantly. Essentially, they explain the mechanics of this teleportation circle are weird, but actually kind of make sense. Essentially, people can teleport in. However, the problem is if they're taught how to. However, the problem is that you need somebody to allow you to enter it from the actual sanctum for that to work. The only other way is for everybody to go enter the sanctum.
Okay. Okay.
So either somebody has to let people in, or you all have to, or all the members have to be there to open the door. Does that make sense?
Yes. Also, random thing, but is Tonus still not have his robe back?
Tunnus has his robe back.
Okay. Okay.
Balrung returned it like immediately. He just kind of wanted. He was like, he's like a kid seeing a Ferrari. He was like, "Yo, dude, I want to take that for a ride."
Okay. Okay.
Okay. As and then what did you get on the Arcana check, Vorobor?
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything Arcana like empowered in this area. Other than likely the chairs, that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, cool. Okay.
Okay. I think this is gonna go great. You all take a seat as you are surrounding. Does Jay and Jay's mom also join the circle?
I hate having two characters and having to like decide this. Yes.
Okay. As you all stand there.
Wait, what kind of magic was on what's her face?
Jay's
The
mom? She's a warlock, and the spell was allowing her to be tracked, however that was dispelled. Unless she uses her warlock powers, she can't be tracked.
Could I tell what kind of magic would have been, or is it just warlock magic? Is that all?
It's kind of like warlock magic. It's like a patron magic. It's not really like a spell.
Magic.
Basically, because of how powerfully a 5th level spell is not a joke, really, and for the mechanics of what I said last time, and I think I'll maintain it, is that they can't be tracked as long as they don't use their warlock powers. Essentially, what Tunis did is temporarily disconnect Jay's mom from being connected to their deity. So as long as they don't use their warlock powers, they won't be trackable. And I'll also make this point, which is that likely whoever was tracking this won't likely be able to reach you in the sanctum, and even if they were, it wouldn't be for people who are relevant being surprised. It's not likely you caught Elvandra or anybody else by surprise with your current behavior, and this is probably where you might guess to be at.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
So, yeah.
I was essentially trying to see if I could tell what school of magic was the one that casted it.
What school of magic? It's not really a school of magic. It's kind of like a connection.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's not really based on a school. The closest you could probably give it to is a combination of divination and enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of that aspect of it. The overall powers, though, are extremely flexible. It's kind of like seeing a rainbow ball, if you're talking about, like, different aspects of Arcana.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. With that in mind, does anybody else say anything before you all get, like, settled in that center section?
There's no possible way for anyone to... Go ahead, Sargo. Okay.
As you all sit there, you watch as they all sit down and begin together to cast a spell. You hear them in synchronization begin to speak in Celestial. And they begin to speak the words. Unified by 8 forces. Abjuration. Evocation. Transmutation. Illusion. Enchantment. Necromancy. Conjuration. Divination. Evocation. All together. Arcane energy flows through them and forms the octagon, and at which point the energy travels to you all as you all begin to rise and float in the air. And suddenly the energy begins to shift and circle and move faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until you all get sucked into a portal, at which you land onto the ground. At first, you're disoriented, and you look to see the same room. However, you look to the floor, and you look up and down and left and right, and see the floor is now clean, unaged, perfect carved marble. And as you look around, you see shelves and tables, a fine, adorned food hall, majestically crafted table you see... Actually, not here. There's no food hall here. Sorry, I got the wrong room. You all see a finely adorned space with each chair having their own carving of the various school of magic that the person is involved. And you see all the members sigh. Welcome to the Sanctum of the Eight Realms.
Spiffy place.
You guys, as you walked out of the room, so you have options now. As you walk outside, you see the halls are wonderfully adorned. They have the previously haggard cryptology, the various imagery on the walls, is now wonderfully repainted. And when you look outside the windows, you don't see an overgrown courtyard. You see galaxy. Distant space, as though you were floating in a plane above the stars.
Can we go outside or will we die?
I'm not going to lie, you will die.
God damn it, okay.
There's no door out of this, except for teleporting out or us letting you out.
Okay.
Would you like to know how to leave manually?
I mean...
Alright.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt.
You watch as they guide you over to the center chair and point, and under the chair is a button. This has essentially the effect of a plane shift. It will let you leave this place and return to the place you were before.
I don't.
Oh yeah, would you have said that you left that room armed? Are you good with that?
Yes. Also...
Oh no, we need to run back. It's the middle of a battle and it's 3 sessions later. Get to the room!
Well, that's gonna bite us in the ass later.
Yeah.
What's the
guys,
point of the lever to disarm it?
you guys, as you I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
God.
just love the image of you all running away, and then you suddenly just step into the room, and it's just like 30 flamethrowers, like a fucking, like a huge explosion. You all die horribly. It's literally like the rocks fall on you and you die moment of the campaign. Okay. As you all sit there.
Wait, is there a tree?
No.
We're inside
There's
a
no
building,
tree
aren't
with a
we?
pool of water?
No.
Whoa.
Is there any plant life?
No.
Is there
It doesn't
a wall
appear
I can
there's any.
climb?
Yeah, there's lots of wall.
Why are you climbing
It's
down?
only wall. It's literally only wall.
You a fucking spider now?
You
Everyone's just talking in a room normally, and Arashi's in the
I
corner
will also
just
say,
hissing.
you remember very clearly the room that you were in. Make me an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Guidance.
I don't need
14.
an intelligence chest for 2.
You remember when you talked to Alundi that Alundi described how the room that you saw was probably the room that Epis was trapped in.
Oh.
Wait, is Epis trapped where we are right now? Are we in that demi-plane?
No.
No.
You watch as Alundi goes, no, we're not there. But
Okay, good.
the room was modeled by Epis. The one that he set himself to be captured in. He made it look like this.
I'm imagining this is a prototype of the actual prison that he made before he inputted all the
No.
blocking.
This was made long before Epis had even conceived of his capture. This is a safe space. This happens to have all of the arcane knowledge from the pre-convergence era.
Why would you fucking say that? Now the fucking gnome's gonna be sticking his face in books for like 50 years now.
Question:
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Yes.
Is it possible for somebody to shift this room to his plane?
No, but this is the room we sealed him in. Not in,
goody.
like from where we sealed him.
Yes.
Speaking of which, do we all want to rest and find our own spaces? Or do we want to talk now about what we want to do?
We could rest.
I think we should talk now, rest later.
Okay.
I feel like talking
When
now.
was the
is
last
to-
time we
is to
rested?
lose rest later.
Yeah, no, I feel like we should have a short rest and then discuss.
Right. Well, who wants to buddy up? There's certain rooms.
Tro.
Okay.
Isn't Tro already taken?
No. Tro goes, I mean, yeah, if you want to, Normov, we can...
I have something
Or-
to discuss with you.
Sure.
Oh
Sure.
God, no.
Do you want... Are you gonna come with my room with
Can
me?
you make my
Oh.
spellbook a bomb?
Could you make my spellbook a bomb?
you
Could you
make my-
actually... Could you make me a bomb?
Why
Can you make
do
my
that?
goggles
Who's gonna
a
do
bomb?
that now?
Can you make my eyeballs a bomb?
Could you make my pinky toe a bomb that then triggers a series of other bombs?
Can you make my
A
voice
tooth.
combust?
That's true. It's like a
every time I
cyanide tooth, but it's a
scream?
bomb.
Could you make my entire body just a fireball, but it doesn't hurt, and I can just keep doing it? Is that
I would
something-
not be surprised if Normov were to spontaneously combust in at any moment.
If
Okay.
someone was gonna figure
You
out
guys
how to
realize
become a
I'm
fire
very-
elemental, it would be Normov.
You guys, so Tro goes, okay, if you would like, you can come to the room with me, or we can go to the food hall.
Food hall works better because I would also like to eat something.
Okay. Here, come with me.
How long's it been since we last ate food?
He walks with...
Yeah,
You
Jay's
last ate
house.
on the ship. It's been a few hours since morning, but you all... you watch as he guides you over down into the hallway that you were in before. Your trap is no longer set there because you're in a different dimension. And then moves to the right, which is the door to the left of the one that when you entered the room, the way that you entered
Right.
it.
Right.
As you walk in, you see a long food hall. Interestingly, there are only 9 chairs, but the 9 chairs are spaced literally 15 feet apart.
Oh God.
Horribly separated. You see fine chandeliers, and you see ghostly humanoid servants that appear to all be no face, just kind of humanoid bodies with fingers that mold together into like mitten hands, but still have opposable thumbs. And you watch as he goes, could we get... what food would you like, Normov?
Food.
Could we get roasted chicken and mashed potatoes? And you watch as they ghost begin to move feverishly and start to cook in a part of the room that is kind of covered. At which point he sits with you. He drags a chair all the way over to sit next to you, which is a long, like, for 15 feet before sitting down next to you. What would you like to discuss?
Can we come back to that, Daniel?
Yes. Okay.
Invite,
So that's
okay.
so we leave that scene there.
Wait,
Um,
sorry. Can I just confirm he's a what kind of caster is
He
he?
is Abjuration. He's the master of abjuration.
Okay. But, like,
Um,
what allows him to do the glyphs? Like what?
he is naturally trained to be able to create glyphs.
Okay, but what should I search out? Because I know I have things that
What-
he can do, but I want to check with the glyphs that he can do.
So here's the thing. Actual spell glyphs are different than, like, enchanting things. So he could enchant your items like a wizard, or he could specifically cast spells onto certain things. So it depends on what you want him to do. He can create certain things. Like, he can, like, use spells like Arcane Lock. He can cast Alarm, like Protection from Good and Evil, stuff like that. Like, he is capable of also things like non-detection, he can do protective spells, things like that. He can do guards and wards, although it takes time and a lot of money, of different spaces. But in regards to your items, it's going to take him time to do things. Specifically, his glyphs are conditional to the space he's in. He can't really do things to items other than, like, protect them, stuff like that. So if you, like, what is your image going for this?
Well, he can cast glyph on a surface, right? So if he casts it on the surface of a table and we break apart the legs, we could use that technically as a shield or something.
You would have, if you move the table for 10 feet, the spell is dispelled. But you could
work inside an enclosed room.
Yeah, no, if you had it prepared in an enclosed room, he could do that.
Yeah, that's basically the kind of things I want to discuss with.
Okay. So yeah, you could do that. Just keep in mind, if it moves 10 feet in any direction from where it was cast, it will dispel the thing without doing anything. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. In the meantime, Tanis, Vorbor, Arashi, Jay, Jay's mom, and Alex, you're all standing there, and they go, who would like to buddy up with whom? Or would you all like to stay here, or join them in the dining hall, or... I think most of us... You see, Tolmont goes, I'm going to return to my old room. And you see River says, I also will do the same. Is my plan for a moment to look at the old space.
I'll buddy up with Thomas.
Okay. Do you guys just want to hang out in that room? Do you want to go with somebody to their room, or do you want to...
Just hang out.
Right, okay.
If Thomas is good with it.
Oh, absolutely. Always.
I'm going to give you a little hint of, like, a possibility. This is a place with more arcane knowledge than you've ever imagined.
Wait. Blood hunters?
Yeah, come on, dude. Why do you want to talk to the fucking fish when you can talk about blood hunters with somebody?
Anyways, I'll just leave that there if you want to decide to talk to somebody else.
I take back my thoughts. Who would know the most about blood hunters, potentially?
You are unsure because while Arcana is kind of closer to a science in the way I've constructed this world, you could certainly ask.
I will follow River first.
Right? Oh, you have questions? I can take you to my library.
That would be wonderful.
Do you actually bring up the blood hunter part?
River. I had some questions about a group of people that doesn't seem to be around anymore, and I was wondering if you could tell me more about blood hunters.
Oh, well, I actually happen to have read a bit or two of that. While it's not, most of it is not in my study, I do have some books. Come along.
We move.
You guys move. Okay. Arashi, do you just sit there, or do you buddy up with someone as well?
I kind of just vibe in the main room.
Okay. You see Lamore and Gasp both begin to walk off out of the room towards what appears to be Gasp's room. You see Tanis, do you, Jay, or
want
Jay's
to be
movie.
with my friend, but I can't remember his name, and I've been trying to remember him for the past 5 minutes.
Balrog? Balrog?
Him, yes.
You watch as he goes, "Oh, you want to come with me?"
Oh, absolutely. More than
Come,
anything.
It's a bit infantile in terms of my old room, but I must tell you, it's quite a sight. Come.
Oh, I'm sure.
He moves with you. Does Jay just sit there, or?
Yep. I think Jay kind of feels like he's on a field trip with his fucking mom right now. Can't really do anything cool.
Yeah, you guys hang out, and then Sanif, the gnome, also goes off to his room. So everyone goes to their rooms. Okay. Vorbor, you go along and you see through these now refined hallways. We're talking gilded armor, various torchlight, refined floor, silk-like carpetry, marbled floors. You don't seem to see a room that matches the exact image of what you saw in your vision, but certainly it matches the thematic colorization, the shape, the type of stone, all of it. As you walk over, River puts his hand on a door, opens it, and you see inside beautiful golden art. You see refined walls in blues and reds and purples. You see a expansive library and a refined bed. You also see what appears to be a giant pile of freshly prepared food, as well as another pile of gold that is well organized and ornately stacked. You watch as River beckons a mage hand and hands you a book. The book appears to be, in its title, Men of Old. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah?
He hands you a book.
Oh!
That's, I believe, has a section that discusses most of the available information on blood hunters, if you wish to read.
I read for as long as I can until we're done with our short rest.
Okay. I will give you, let's see. We'll do this now. So, I'm going to give you a large lore dump. You ready?
Let's do it!
During the era of recovery, while the rise of magocracies, including the grand floating cities and all-powerful defended metropolitan nations, existed, forming after the Battle of False Gods, there was still folks who didn't live in these large centralized cities. And in fact were outside in the wild, small villages, in fact, unprotected. The gods, now balancing each other out, placed equal forces of good and evil in the world. However, for the weakest and most vulnerable, there was no defender with their sights on their well-being. In the muck and blood of the fallen outlanders came a weary soul, whose blade cut through monstrous creature after another, summoned by the bile of fallen gods of his old. His name is unknown, but is recorded as the first blood hunter. Previous blood hunters called him the Impetus. He created the culture of blood hunter, principled around 3 key features: knowledge, enhancement, and protection. Blood hunters are masters at slaying monsters, beyond even high mages and experts of cryptozoology, studying the behavior, biology, history, and features of all monsters. This expertise allows blood hunters to defeat and aid all creatures across the land, humanoid and monstrosity alike. Blood hunters are also aware of their weakness. They are only mortal. With little with little access to expensive arcane equipment or financial benefactors, the Blood Hunters must enhance themselves through alchemy and natural substances. With a combination of rituals involving alchemical alteration to the body, known as the Trial of the Blood Ilk, Blood Hunters enhance their bodies to superhuman levels. Using additional potions and tinctures, Blood Hunters can further specialize and enhance their abilities, becoming an inhuman warrior of the common folk. Finally, there is the role of protection. Above all, Blood Hunters serve as the protector between monsters and humanoids, understanding them both on a scientific and emotional level. Creatures who plague harm to others are struck down. Creatures who need aid are helped. While this is not a goal with honor or bestowed gifts, it is the goal set forth by the Impetus himself. Blood Hunters passed this goal from one generation until the Convergence. Blood Hunters passed this goal on for generations, until the Convergence. Blood Hunters, struck between battling empowered divine beasts and protecting the common folk, were wiped out in large swaths, left with a dwindling few numbers. That is what remained, and likely continued to disappear, as the documents to create new Blood Hunters faded away. That's about what you get during your short rest.
Oh, damn, okay.
But lots of info.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tunis, you and Balrog, you and Bolrung, you watch as he puts his hand on the door and opens it, and you see an extravagant, luxurious, multi-staged room. He has a built-in theater. He has multiple closets with colors ranging from dark to bright white. He has, from every end of the color spectrum, he has a bed that is a water bed that then switches to a solid bed depending on where he lays on it. He has not just a 4-post bed, also a 7-post bed. It literally is angled. It's like in the most bougie room you've ever seen in your lives. And you watch as he goes, do you want to check out the trampoline?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, so you guys party in there. He like summons. He's like, have you ever tried alcohol before?
Sparingly.
Would you like to try this? And he pulls. This is Blood Orange's hide.
Oh.
You take a sip. Make a con save.
Oh god. Oh no. Sorry. I keep clicking the wrong tab every time I go to try and find stats.
Uh-huh.
Natural 1!
You are drunk. You immediately, whoa, god, you feel fully intoxicated. And as you feel intoxicated, he pulls out a small bit of powder and goes, do you want to try this?
Well, of course.
Okay, Snippet, make another con save.
Wasn't this a short rest?
This is a short rest. You start seeing into the ethereal plane and fully dissociate for the next short rest as you guys are now like looking at like floating ethereal fish and like flying monsters, and like you both look like, imagine if somebody took like two things of mushrooms and like drank. That's what you guys are doing right now.
God, I love this guy.
So that's what's happening with Ton. Is there anything objectively that you wanted to achieve, or you just wanted to party with Balrog?
I absolutely just wanted to party with Balrog.
You are partying with Balrog. Dude, you're doing backflips on a trampoline while seeing into space. he is his outfits also are insane. He's like, now I know this is pretty pedestrian in terms of my range of outfits. At home I have a closet that's probably the size of this room.
One suit.
Oh, do you want to try on clothes? Let's see. And you all try out outfits. You have like a full like walk studio moment. Okay. Arashi, is there anything you would like to do?
No.
No? Okay. Arashi, you just kind of sit there.
Can I climb a wall?
Sure, you climb a wall.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna stay on the top of this wall until everyone comes back.
You, are you in the same room you got teleported in?
Yes.
Okay. You, all... And then, yeah, Jay and Jay's mom are kind of just sitting, and playing, like, patty cake. Just really cute.
What the fuck are you doing?
Wait, what?
Arashi, what the fuck are you doing?
Watching you play patty cake from afar.
Why are you elevated?
Why aren't you?
Because I don't feel the natural urge to cling to walls for no fucking reason.
Well, if you cling to a wall, you'll be closer to your stars.
Oh, fuck. I don't think I can look out a window here. The window! The window!
Jay...
I have to do some cross-referencing.
Jay, oh my god. You watch as Jay checks out the stars. Jay, there's some stars you haven't seen before up here.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's
It's all wrong.
Is there a window up here? It's a tower, right? So there's a window up here, right?
There is no window in this room, but you can definitely find windows outside in the halls.
Oh, that's too much work. I'll just stay up there.
Okay, you just sit up there.
You
Okay.
just hear from down the hallway. It's all.
Oh my god. Okay, Normav, what are you talking to Tro about?
Okay, so first of all, could we put glyphs and wardings on the doors leading?
All of them?
Not all of them. Specifically, the one to the room, like the one where Epis is trapped, like the one where they trapped him.
Okay, which side of the door, and also what are we doing?
Can we go inside that room?
Yeah, you walk in and you see Jay. As you exit, you see Jay outside in the hall going, "It's all wrong!" And then you see on the inside with the door open is Jay's mom kind of just sitting like next to the chair that they were just teleported on, and Arashi up on the ceiling.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put it on the side of the door that faces inwards to the room.
Okay.
And the trigger is gonna be cutting this piece of rope that is on top of the door on the other side.
What are we putting on this?
Well, I imagine that if someone shows up, they're gonna attempt to go to this room because it's where trapped.
Shouldn't we wait until we decide what we're doing before we set up these traps?
You're probably right about that, actually. How about we discuss the trap plan?
Sure. What's going on? Let's.
Okay, so basically,
yeah, let's wait.
Some wardings across all the doors that would lead away from the main room where he would probably reappear. And
okay, I see the plan. So you basically are like, we need to make every door that possibly would involve like him returning in like triggerable.
Yes, and then also there would be like 3 backup rooms where what was it called? I believe it's Hollow and Symbol.
Holy fuck, dude!
Put
what?
A symbol.
Repeat that. Hollow Symbol.
You put using Hollow and Symbol. You can make a trap room where we can leave very quickly.
Is
And
this a spell?
I believe so. It's a 7th
Hollow
level spell?
takes 24 hours to cast.
Sorry.
Symbol is a
never mind.
7th level spell.
Yeah, Symbol is 7th level.
I was like, what? Those sound like
Wait,
two
can you
spells.
not learn these?
I mean, it would take me a bit.
Sorry, I meant
Hollow is also only a cleric spell.
It's Oh, wizard. Right.
What are we doing here? Okay,
Never mind.
as
Okay,
you're
so
like-
just flip a
as
warning.
he's like, put away your cleric book. You all find yourselves finishing your short rest. At which point, you watch as everyone leaves their rooms. Or you feel River put his hand on your shoulder.
Huh? What?
I didn't find out.
Bobor, it's time.
Oh, okay. May I
You can
keep this
you
book?
can keep the book though.
Okay, sweet. I put it in my bag holding.
As you all walk into the main room once more, do you guys decide to meet in the hall, where the dining hall, or do you guys decide to go into the main room that you teleported in?
As the
I'm
leader,
gonna
I
say
vote the dining hall.
Dining
you watch
hall.
also as Balrog and Tanis have not returned.
Oh god, what did we let them do?
You watch as Tro laughs for a second and says, "I'll be right back." Tro walks in. You hear a knock on the door, Tanis.
As the door opens, I'm like in the middle of saying, "Do you want to speak to a god?"
Oh, no.
he just kind of looks at you and goes, "All right, buddy," and then casts. He puts his hand on your shoulder and puts remove curse, which removes the effect. Or actually, sorry,
The
he just.
alcohol.
Hold on one sec. No, it does. That does not work. He just straight up
Oh, no.
dispels the magic on you, and you come down.
Oh. Office still open.
And he dispels it on Balrog, and Balrog goes, "Oh, good fun. Thanks, Tro. You always know how to sober me up." And then proceeds to walk out of the door. You see Tro goes, "Tanis, you okay?"
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was
Okay.
so much fucking fun.
That sounds
I
like
should do
Tro.
that more often.
That sounds like him. And you guys proceed to return to the hall. You watch as you all sit there. Everyone looks at each other and says, and you watch as Alendi goes, "Right. So, here are our options. Episthelod is potentially planning on returning to the material plane. The means at which he plans to do this, according to both the reconnaissance of the... Do you guys have a group name?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, what were we? Charmingly disarming? Disarmingly
Yeah.
charming?
Disarmingly charming.
Disarm and harm.
It was alarmingly disarming. Alarmingly disarming.
Disarming over here was able to figure out not only that the veil itself has been pulled in this direction or to allow Epis to be able to leave, but also his agent, Elvandra Sylvan, has been operating throughout the various nations of Exotia, making moves against all of us. She had attacked Draconis Ignil, temporarily took out our friend here, River, along with attacking Tolmak Panzer, and killing the king of the king of the Viaphos Federation. Sorry, me as Daniel was like, did I just forget the name of my fucking nation? Now, the only way that Epis is going to return from the way that we sealed him, you watch as Tro stands up and goes, is if he bends the veil far enough to where he can just teleport back over. Meaning, he needs somebody to pull the veil from here. And you see Lamore goes, and he needs agents in this world to ensure that that happens. And you see Sanif go, and that means that we have the option of either taking care of those agents and making sure they don't pull it towards us, or, you see Tolmach go, or we redo the ritual customized in order to fully push the veil back far as to ensure that Epis cannot pull it using anybody but our own forces, as we are the only ones who know the ritual. So, either we perform a hunt, or we perform a ritual.
Why can't we do both?
Alundi goes, we could.
I
However,
vote against the ritual.
right.
It feels like something that's way too easy to tamper with. Plus, we have perfect fucking bait right here for a trap. So it's not even a hunt. It's literally just put us in a fucking town until they decide to come kill us.
Now,
Actually, that's not the worst idea because, frankly, I'm not questioning the loyalty of anybody, but if somebody decided that they didn't want to do the ritual, I'm assuming that they could potentially, like, fuck with it in order to make it so that it does the opposite.
no. Well, here is the possibility. River, you see Alundi turns to. River is our eyes. River is able to perceive throughout the various nations what is going on, even from here. Is that correct? And River nods. If we wanted to perform the ritual, we could have River keep watch and ensure that nobody is able to enter the sanctum while we are here. We can search the place if you feel it is a concern. If nobody else is here, the only ones that could tamper with the ritual are us, and we would all be able to verify if the ritual was correct. Once again, River would definitely be able to check for that. He is, of course, our divination master.
The only problem I have, right, is we already have experience with somebody who we trusted and thought aligned to our cause going shit and attempting to sabotage it for no apparent reason. So,
Specifically, we had a member in our party that tried to kill Lamore.
Yes. Your ally blank.
my
Do
only
you-
concern is that the influence of Fruit Loops might be a little more enticing than any of us imagine.
Could we show you something?
Sure.
You watch Lundy raise his hand, and a programmed illusion appears. You see, standing in front of you, in the same spots as the various members, are their younger selves. A very young-looking Kenku. Not hooded, but still pretty shrunken, holding the arm of a probably 15-year-old Lamore. A shorter, unharried River, a more haggard and unwell-dressed Balrung, a newly minted soldier outfit, younger Tolmach, a haggard and tired Tro, a very uncomfortable and exhausted, but very well adorned Sanif. You see all the wizards looking as Epis sits in the middle. You watch as Epis grabs, it begins to reach. Actually, I'm going to check my notes really quick because I want to make sure this is very accurate. Sorry, these are old notes. These are like this is from 2019. You watch as Sanif and Gasp step up to each other as Epis crosses his arms and sits in the chair. The two stand in the middle, each with one wand. Gasp nervously shakes and turns and looks to Lemore. And Lemore looks near teary-eyed as all the others look in horror. As Sanif sighs and stands firm and raises a finger at Gasp. Gasp raises their hand faster and is about to cast a powerful necromantic spell. But before she does, she looks at Sanif in the eyes and drops their hand. And Sanif blows up Gasp. Gasp nearly dies. And Lemore, in anger, summons magical power and reaches towards Epis. But before she can even move, Epis reaches his arm out and begins to restrain her. And you see arcane runes appear to burst in fiery blue seams across her arms and body. All of the children start to yell at him. Every single one. Stop it! Leave her alone! Every single one, including Tro and everyone else. As his anger rises, you see an old woman standing next to Tro. She appears to have near blindness in the eyes, but has these fine blue robes and well-braided hair and dark skin. She stands in front of the children, but as Epis raises his arm, all of them go silent as he holds their tattoos and begins to forcibly writhe their bodies as they all erupt in horrendous pain. He moves his fingers and they burst into their rooms, teleported into each. Whoosh! You all watch in various views as you see blips of images of all the children in their rooms. Each of them staying in and unable to leave. If they ever try and move, Epis forces them to hold down. If they even try to escape, he immediately takes them back. Sheld is able to carefully go to each of them in the rooms and whisper something into their ears. Wash. You watch as all the children sit in the same place, and Epis points to two of them as they both nervously look at each other. And Epis looks confused and points again and is about to raise his hand when suddenly all of them begin to cast a spell. And you watch as the floor beneath him appears to writhe in this strong arcane view as Epis, suddenly realizing, begins to try and cast a spell to respond, but before he can, you watch as Sheld, this old woman, holds him down. All of them perform the ritual. They seem to be now mostly adults as they're performing this ritual, actually, and Sheld is not there. Maybe her spirit, maybe something else, but Tro is the one performing the ritual. Tro is the one who starts it too. As Epis is transported away, they all breathe haggard, and the image fades. What we can all say for certain is that Epis does not have his sway on us.
Fair enough.
Yep, that's indisputable evidence. I apologize for even bringing it up.
Yep.
So, our options once again. We could perform the ritual and forcibly ensure that Epis will not be able to bend the veil at all. Or, we can hunt down the Selvandra and her agents and end it there, in the hopes that eventually Epis will not find someone else to replace her.
Perhaps a 1-2? Track
could-
down the agents, then do ritual?
Yeah.
Does that sound
As-
like a plan?
Elvandra has had a habit of being
Fucking, of course, she
really
shouldn't
good
be.
at fucking with us.
You see Tolmak goes, I certainly would agree in hunting down that bitch.
River, I'm sure. I think that's one thing you and Tolmar can agree on.
River looks and nods very awkwardly.
I think Alex can agree with it as well.
Yeah.
Personally, I have a vendetta against a certain scaly motherfucker.
You don't even. Oh, Jay.
Yes.
Jay.
Yes.
Do you remember Seaweed Fuck that messed with us in that
Correct. Who is
tournament that we
Seaweed Fuck?
entered?
You see River looks confused.
1 second, River. Do you remember him, Jay?
Vaguely?
He works for Epis.
That motherfucker!
Essentially, we had a run with somebody during a little tournament, and he
Little
decided that
name of kid.
we were the enemy. And then he appeared out of nowhere, and actually Lamore and Gasp met him.
Yes. He was a warlock champion of some sea entity that attacked us. They were able to break into our home.
That's a really long way of saying the fucking worst. Awful. Horrible. There were also dragons?
Oh, lots of dragons. Well, not
Well,
dragons.
that was at
Oh my
the
God.
Leviathos Federation. That wasn't at
that
Lamore and
was
Gasp.
the Leviathus Federation. You watch as Tolmak goes, yes, there was dragon demons. It appears agents of the evil deity Tiamat are in league with Elvandra.
So,
The Magic Express not them.
It is important to note, you see Alundi goes, I am actually in favor of the ritual. While I understand the idea of taking down this Elvandra is a good one, not only is it difficult for us to track her, apparently River was able to miss her, meaning she must know something about him that we don't. And well, I understand. River goes, it wasn't that I couldn't perceive her, I didn't even know she was a problem during that time period. I was too focused on the king being attacked by a religious organization. My eyes can only go so far, and I will be watching here. That I can promise.
I do
I
have
will
something
make
to
up for
point
that.
out.
Yes, Arashi?
If we were to choose one or the other to do first, I would suggest ritual first, because if we were to attack Elvandra and she kills one of you guys, we're kind of screwed. So we should probably do the magic
they also be
thingy
screwed?
first, then try to kill Elvandra.
They don't need... The problem, remember, that we discussed as Alandi looks at you, is that Elvandra seems to have a way to do this ritual without us. We don't know how, but Epis has certainly communicated something, or else she would have already been here. Or she would have taken me over or something like that, but she left me. And she left Tolnak. Her interest was with the king of all things.
I mean,
Well,
she did take the king's crown.
I'm more mean.
His soul.
I'm more mean that we would be screwed because then we wouldn't be able to do the ritual, and she would still be able to.
But wouldn't the easier
Whereas,
solution be to keep all 8 of you here?
Would you be able to fight them all on your own?
That's a great question.
We've done it before, and we almost died. So this
we
time we'll win.
didn't
Because the
touch her.
third time is the charm. That was the problem. That was the problem. See, this time.
To be fair, last time we were trying to protect the king. This
And she
time,
was flying.
there's no... All gloves are off. We don't have anybody to protect outside of ourselves, and
Lemore,
we're trying to chase after somebody.
Lemore and Gasp look. We vote to perform the ritual.
A second,
In the end, I
third,
do
that
feel
vote.
like it is the 8 of yours choice, since you do
But you brought us
probably
together.
have the...
We value your opinion in this. You have faced this Elvandra more than we have. We trust
Sadly.
your insight.
Okay, well, you guys do your vote, we'll do our vote, and then, yeah.
We can discuss at the end.
Okay.
Nice, but
Okay, we walk to our side of the
Yeah,
diagonal.
you guys left your side.
So-
Okay.
What are our votes?
I vote we do the ritual thingy first.
One for ritual.
I
Tunnus.
vote we
Rituals.
don't.
Rituals make me incredibly nervous.
What happens if
You're down for hunting.
What happens if they're
Normov.
bluffing us? What happens if they're bluffing
Normov?
us? Like they say that we don't need that they don't need the ritual, but they do need the ritual. So by us doing the ritual, could result in it becoming open for a second.
So
We just
your
murder
team,
Saul.
so your team hunt down.
Yes, because this we can always
Alex?
do the ritual.
I will be perfectly honest. I don't know how well we can do against Elvandra. Evie nearly killed me.
Why did you bring that
Elvandra
up again?
nearly killed me. We barely made a scratch on them.
So ritual.
Ritual. Sorry.
Jay?
I am team these hands.
Got it. I think
Can I-
I'm gonna go with ritual.
So we have two.
Before
so,
we
so
fully decide, just remember,
wait.
you think that we can't win with the 8 of them, but we can finish the ritual.
no, if we all hunt them down, I mean, we probably could, but I also don't know. Elvandra might just leave. We'd have to get her trapped, which we could plan, but then I don't know if Epis could just find somebody else.
But
That's
the
what
plan
I'm worried
after would
about.
be to
Do the ritual.
yes.
But my
After.
problem is, if someone dies, one of the 8 specifically, and we don't have a replacement, we wouldn't be able to do the ritual, so we lose then.
That's
Well, we
actually
would lose
incredibly
if they-
sound logic. I am letting myself be blinded by hatred for somebody.
But we could
I-
also lose if they do need us to do the ritual to free him.
Yeah.
We are
It's-
we are less likely to lose if we do the ritual first, then hunt down.
We
if
cannot
we have to.
allow ourselves to be paralyzed by choice.
So
I don't think anyone's
So, I'm
paralyzed.
just
I
gonna-
think we're just at
I think
odds.
the risk is higher
so
that we lose.
of the
If we
group
don't-
that has voted, it is 3 votes for ritual, 2 votes for hunting. So as a group, we have decided to do ritual.
Okay.
Long live democracy.
Wait, does the
Now,
math adds up there? Because I don't
I
think the
would
math
like to
adds
say,
up
I
there.
don't think-
Normal,
yeah.
your logic
feel
is
like-
sound.
I feel like that math isn't right, but I'm also
Well,
I thought
super
there were
tired.
5 of them.
Warashi.
No, there's
okay, so
well,
here's
no,
the
because
math.
Jay didn't vote. Jay said I vote to
No, I
catch
think
these
Jay said
hands,
throw
and we're
hands,
not.
didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you said
like,
throw
yeah.
hands.
So we have Jay and Normov doing throw hands. Tunis,
Oh,
Borbor,
then 3 and 3. It's 3 and 3 then.
Arashi,
Sorry.
and Alex. Wait, no, because it's Arashi, Alex,
I thought Tunis wanted to
Borbor.
throw hands.
and
As well.
Tunis. Or is Tunis throwing hands?
No.
That's just throwing
That
hands.
kinda
It's 3 to
changes
3.
mine.
It's literally a tie. We're split.
So no, it's 4.
No, it's 4 and
Alex-
3.
Yeah, then it's
Alex
4. Because
Arashi,
Tunis was
Borbor.
originally on our side then.
Yeah, sorry, Tunis is the swing vote.
Yeah, god damn it.
So, you watch as the members turn. We've deliberated, if you guys have.
I believe
have.
we've come to our decision.
We voted 5 to 3 for the ritual.
We voted. Correct me if I. So it's 4 to 2, correct?
4 to 3. Or no, we have 4 to 2.
4 to 3.
4
Yeah,
2.
4 to 2 for the ritual.
4 to 2. Very well. We will begin post-haste to prepare for the ritual. Everyone better get some rest. We're going to get started. Let's put an end to this. And we'll end the session there.
Oh,
Ah, oh, we're gonna die.
Honestly, good logic though. You also can hunt them down. Like, you're there, so you can just do the ritual. It's up to you.
One
The-
way or another, this ends in us hunting them down. That's all I'm saying.
I also
Yeah,
also will say a very important thing that you guys need remember knowing is that the way that Elvandra has been able to even communicate with him is because Epis was able to bend the plane enough to where he could communicate with her. So part
yeah.
of
So my thought is just if we bend the plane backwards, then she can't communicate, which means that we can then find her and put an end to that.
You didn't
Yeah.
put that in our list of
no, I could have sworn
Well,
I
what
said
happens
that.
if-
Well,
No,
it's another benefit that
Borbor
you now
didn't.
know about.
Borbor said that was his idea, but like he never mentioned it. So
So
Yeah, no, I didn't ever mention it. It's just one of those things where it's like he mentioned it, and then I was like, yeah, no, that was my line of thought. I just didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, so that's part of it too, is that one of the benefits is essentially cutting off Elvandra from her person and then leaving her walking blind on her own for you guys to swoop in and kick her ass. Or you can work with her while Epis is still an active agent in the world.
sounds about right.
Is another vote.
All I'm hearing is this campaign doesn't sound like it's truly going to be finished after this fight.
Well, currently it's not a fight, it's a ritual.
Yeah, uh-huh.
For all we know, she's gonna pop up during the ritual and we're gonna die.
I like how you guys are like, Daniel, I know thematic planning, something will happen. you're like, Daniel, if this ritual goes over smoothly, I'm gonna be mad at you for doing this.
No, we just got trust
No, I'll
issues.
Yeah.
I'm fine
like-
with it
I'm
going
like,
just
I can't
swimmingly.
wait for
Like,
this
I'm
ritual
good
to
with
work
that.
Now it's gonna
And
go.
we'd be like, guys, the campaign's over. And then you'll be like, Daniel, were
What?
you serious? I'm like, yeah, you guys picked the right option.
Well, there has to be a big boom whether we got the right option or not. So, Daniel.
I mean, yeah, after this option, you go kill Elvandra.
well, true,
Yeah.
true.
you seal, like, that is the
Or-
thing. You guys seal Epis, and then you go kill Elvandra.
Or third, option D. We did the exact same thing we did with Alex, and we befriend Elvandra. Cause we're friendly.
Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, sure. No, honestly,
No,
yeah, go for it. Come on, what could go wrong, guys?
What
Do
if
it.
she
Absolutely.
cuts off? She gets cut off from Epis, and then we walk up on her, and she's just laying on the floor, like half like brain dead. Like, what happened? What the fuck?
That
She's
would
just
be
been-
funny if you find out that she's just like, man, I had a weird time. I passed out at school, and now I'm here. And I don't know, I can't go to my parents' house anymore. There's a watch list for me. I don't know what's happening.
The cop looked at me and started yelling. I was like, what?
You watch as Alex, are you okay? I haven't seen you in so long.
Long time no see, Alex.
Hey babe, how you doing? Alex is like, what the fuck is happening? But you guys have a week to think about mechanics and stuff in case you wanted to consider. I mean, because you guys know that you're probably going to hunt down Alvandra in the end.
Speak to God. Speak to God.
Yeah, you guys will have the opportunity also to prep for a full rest.
Okay, we're gonna die.
Speaking of rest,
I'm sorry for shutting the portal. I didn't think it was gonna work, and I wanted to get fucked up. I was on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I'm
what's up?
tired. I'm going to bed.
Yes. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. We can play. I'm free next Friday also.
I might be. It just kind of depends on work.
Yeah, keep us posted on schedules, and then we will see what happens next session, guys.
I'm not sure if I'm okay this week. I think I might be busy.
That's okay. Just keep us posted in terms of your guys' schedules, and then you guys will do the ritual.
Oh God.
We're getting close to the end, guys, though. Like, I will say, we're getting really to where I've been waiting to get for years.
So, essentially, this isn't even the end. This is just the...
I mean, this is definitely where I know... I'll put it like this. The game now went from, like, multiple sessions to now it could end from the next session to... however much you guys want to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's get that fucking Kraken.
So, yeah.
Oh my God.
That is
Oh the God, Kraken.
That is an actual option. You can... I'll also say, multiple level 15 characters actually can kick a Kraken's ass if you do it right.
I'm a cat. I don't like water.
I don't think it's us. We're so bad at combat.
I don't think it's us either.
I don't like water.
Well, I don't think
you're confusing us with like the Mighty Nine or some shit.
The Mighty Nine are, yeah, well, they're also up playing. Like, if you plan, I assume you guys will take seriously a fight, though, if you can plan for it.
You think that?
Well, here's what I will say. I normally drop combat. If I have on occasion ended a session with combat. I feel like you guys would pull like a D&D thing where it's like, remember the Kevdak fight? Where like everyone showed up and had a plan. That's like what I'm hoping will happen if you guys like
having a plan.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I will kill you guys even by accident.
You could. It's entirely possible.
Arashi's very squishy.
I mean,
well, just
my
because
bags of holding are out of play, so like.
Elvandra was a tough fight. I was surprised that you guys did not get a single dent in.
Dude, she just kept flying. I can't fly.
I know.
Jeff, you're a dragonborn.
I felt
I
really
don't
bad.
have wings.
I felt really bad because I was like, "Oh man, I could have probably given that speed boost to Vorbor instead of Arashi, and that would have been reasonable."
Nah, it's fine. It worked out. I was a speedy cat.
The
And
speed
anyone
boost
that
for
saw
Arashi
me
was probably the better choice.
I was god
I felt
tier.
bad because poor Jeff was like, "And I moved. That's my turn." And I was like,
yeah.
I'm so sorry, Jeff. I was playing.
I mean, it happens. I'm not mad about it. It was just one of those things where I was like,
I was playing that session. I literally had like logicked out how Elvandra would play this fight, and I was like, "That's how Elvandra would." Elvandra was like, "I'm going to be in the air the whole time. I'm gonna separate all of you based on what is most advantageous, which is all of the swishier people." Or who are mainly arcane casters, stuck with the dude who's gonna kill them, and then I deal with Vorbor and Arashi.
I feel like if I hadn't blown all of my spells immediately, maybe better. But I wasted so many spells on the fucking the fish dudes.
The dragon
priests.
Yeah. Well, you actually did a great job there, though, because you literally got rid of, like, 2 of the major... I'll put it like this. You saved, like, a good third of that court.
Of the fucking bourgeoisie!
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for doing that? Yeah, you did just save the bourgeoisie.
Good night, friends.
You did... Oh,
Good
good
night.
night, Evie.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And that's where I'm ending stream. I will not be streaming. I will not be raiding anybody because I am dead tired and don't really want to deal with it. I hope you guys have a great night. Whoever's lurking around, I appreciate the lurks as always. And I hope you guys have a great night. This song. I don't know what the song is, but yeah, we're ending. I'm ending. Good night, friends. Have a good one. Ciao.
Inside of the bed, I'm treading lightly. The demons in my head are sleeping quietly. Please